Seems every week one of the presidential candidates says something that outrages the other side, and then it becomes the only topic talked about for days. This week it is that 47% comment from Mitt Romney. Democrats trying to pounce on it. Romney standing by those comments, admitting he could have said it more eloquently, I guess. So how much does this affect Romney's chance with those undecided voters, the all-important ones out there? We're joined tonight by Democratic strategist Javier Morillo and Republican strategist Annette Meeks. Annette, we're going to start with you. Are Romney supporters worried their candidate may have alienated half the country and that could come back to bite him on Election Day?
I don't think so at all. I think what he pointed out rather inelegantly, as he said, is we are a deeply divided country. Roughly 47% on one side has already decided they're voting for Mitt Romney, and 47% on the other side that's voting for President Obama. What remains to be fought over is that group in the middle, and I think that's what this election will come down to, that 6 or 7% independent vote and where they come down on this. And I'll tell you, I think they will come down on Mitt Romney's side. They're tired of too many people riding in the wagon while the rest of us pull it, and the load is getting heavier and heavier.
All right, Javier's waiting to chime in here. I know, Romney said these things. 47% of the people are going to vote for President Obama no matter what. You look at how divided the country is right now, his numbers aren't that far off. Annette was talking about some of them.
Well, but
at the same time, go ahead.
Yeah, no, well, just to be clear, he said the reason that the 47% is because they're moochers, because they're freeloaders, because they're not paying taxes, which is just false, as you just showed in the clips before. That the vast majority of these Americans pay federal payroll taxes, pay property taxes, pay state taxes. To denigrate hardworking Americans, it's an embarrassment. Whoever is elected in November will be the president of all Americans, and to denigrate people, to divide us between the moochers and people who supposedly give back. And this from a man who is hiding his money in the Cayman Islands, who pays a smaller tax burden, has a smaller tax burden than most Americans, smaller percentage income tax, and we don't know exactly how much because he won't actually share his taxes with the voters. As Bill Clinton would say, you have to admire the brass on a guy who lives so comfortably in that hypocrisy.
I will quote another great president, Javier. There you go again.
Yeah.
The problem is he brought out a great and growing problem in the United States, and that's that under President Obama, we've seen a 50% increase in the number of families that need food stamps. Families are not taking food stamps because they want to. Families are taking it because we don't have opportunities for them to earn enough money to make a living for their family.
But
that's
Annette,
a disgrace.
Annette, doesn't this distract the Romney campaign now? I mean, they really wanted to get back on message this week here, and now here they are off on this subject. And they're not able to sell their candidate the way they wanted to.
I think this is a winning topic. I think most people are discouraged by the state of our sad economy. They're discouraged by the fact that we have 1% growth in our economy. They're discouraged by the fact that we have 23 million people who cannot find jobs. And they understand what's at stake in this election. Make no mistake about it. He spoke to a very real, he hit a nerve in a lot of people.
I am really glad that you actually found a Republican willing to defend the substance of the comments, which denigrate half of the American population and falsely claiming that they're not paying taxes. They are paying taxes. And the reality is that this is Mitt Romney's worldview. This is someone whose tax proposal is to give people like himself a bigger tax breaks, more than he already has, and his tax plan will hurt middle-income voters. Now, we know from tax studies that middle-income people pay a greater portion of their income in taxes.
Hey, Javier, real quick on that same video, I want to ask you, because Romney said in jest, if he were Latino, he'd have a better chance at winning this election. His father was born in Mexico. According to a Gallup poll, Obama has a 64 to 27% lead among Latino voters. Right. So is he right, despite some claiming it's offensive? I mean, he may still have a point here.
Well, he said he was joking, and he said, no, seriously, it would help if I were Latino. The reality is that Mitt Romney does not understand Latino voters, and it's not because he's not Latino himself. It's the substance of his extremist policies. It's his palling around with people like Joe Arpaio, an extremist, a racist, a birther whose endorsement he sought. Chris Kobach, the author of Arizona's SB 1070. That is why Latinos say, Mitt Romney, not so much.
You know what Mitt Romney is all about? Mitt Romney is about creating wealth. His entire life story is creating jobs and opportunity. President Obama has proven time and time again he's about redistributing wealth, and we can't afford to do that anymore. We need more jobs, we need more job creators. That's why I think he does have an opportunity with Latino voters, with all kinds of new Americans who are looking for opportunity in this country, and right now they don't have it.
He won't find that by denigrating them, and what we need is a country that works for everyone, and whoever gets elected in November will be president of everyone.
Okay, well, we'll have to leave it there, and we'll see if the next 4 or 5 days the 47% is still in the headlines. Javier Morillo and Annette Meeks, thanks so much for your time tonight.
You bet.